The good, the bad,
The
ugly motherfucking truth.
The ugly motherfucking truth.
Who's who?
Said the ugly motherfucking.
I know, but who's who?
Huh?
Who's who?
Any one of us can say anything good, bad, or the ugly motherfucking truth.
I'm with it. What did we just get done doing? Seeing beach bums.
No, you said you wanted to see Beach Bums.
I do want to see beach bums.
It's a great movie.
I didn't know that Kevin Smith made all those movies, especially Jersey Girl. Isn't that the one with Jennifer Lopez?
That's the one when she dies in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's got George Carlin and Ben Affleck, and then the little girl. Yeah.
He really tried to be diverse with that. I mean, like tried to step out of his box with Jay and Silent Bob from that. Right there.
With this new one or the old? Have you seen Chasing Amy?
No, I haven't seen Chasing Amy.
Chasing Amy was like a chick flick.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they referenced it heavy in the whole Ben Affleck scene in this movie.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Even bro, what's his name?
Finger cuffs.
Man, that all stems from Clerks, wasn't it?
No, finger cuffs was from Chasing Amy because she was in Mallrats.
Yeah.
With
So
Silent Bob.
He made that many movies.
The first one he made was
I didn't know
Clerks.
that.
Yeah.
And then it was Mallrats was the prequel to Clerks.
Right.
And then then Chasing Amy, where it's about Ben Affleck and Jason Lee they're playing comic book creators and they're making the Blunt Man and Chronic comic books. But then Ben Affleck is also falling in love with this lesbian girl. But then he finds out she wasn't always a lesbian. She was like she used to be a big ass hoe back in high school. And the reason they call her finger cuffs is she was getting blown, or she was blowing a dude and then getting fucked at the same time, and she was so tight, like a Chinese finger cuff.
I gotta get back. I gotta brush back over my early movies, man.
Yeah. So then he made a Dogma. With the religious one, with Ben Affleck and Ben Affleck and Matt Damon were angels trying to get back into heaven, and then he made he made all these other movies where had nothing to do with the whole view and skewiverse.
Small spots.
And then he made he made a bunch of movies.
Yeah, the TV show too on like History Channel too, right? About comic books and shit.
He has the Comic Book Man show on AMC that went like 7 years.
Yeah.
He
put everybody in.
He does like 4. He does. Yeah, he even put those guys in the movie.
Yeah.
Everybody was in this movie. Like, who was it?
Dude, I almost died. In my fucking movie.
He said that in so many of the interviews. He's all like, dude, like I just called up everybody and guilt tripped them to fucking be in my movie. He's like, I almost died last year.
The fucking Aries is
Aries,
great.
Go lay down.
Go lay down. Go that way. Go.
He wants to be included too.
Go.
He does. He didn't even see the movie.
He didn't see the movie.
He didn't even see the movie.
You don't want to spoil it for you, bro. We haven't even gotten there.
Probably go that way.
Just waiting with bated breath.
Right?
You should go that way.
That show's great.
Go lay down, Aries. Go.
The requel, not the reboot. Not really a reboot.
It was a requel, right? Yeah. A reboot sequel.
Yeah,
reboot sequel.
Yep.
Nah, that shit was nice though, son. Like it was definitely cool.
It was funny.
Yeah.
I'm glad that there were more people in this theater laughing than
when we saw the Joker.
There was a lot of motherfuckers laughing.
Well, because the movie only was airing 2 days. They even said today and Thursday.
Yeah. I ain't surprised. I mean, I was surprised.
So it's all these people that were big fans of the.
Yeah.
I even seen the kid like that was over by us looking like motherfucking Jay and Silent Bob mix. He did.
There was a lot of stuff that you couldn't hear. Like there was a lot of jokes that were missed because people were laughing at other stuff, and so you couldn't hear. You couldn't hear all the jokes that were being said in the movie. So there was, it's definitely worth the rewatch or 10.
Yeah. or 10. It's worth the DVD collection add-on, you know. Yeah.
Oh, if you want to collect the whole Viewers universe or whatever, then like I really like the beginning opening where the because in Clerks they had the clown that was walking by, the animated clown guy.
Yeah.
And then they just had the whole everybody who's been in every one of the Viewers universe movies charging
like
over
the
the fucking clown.
Yeah.
You gotta go back and watch all the movies to catch every single reference in there. Because if you miss one of them, you ain't gonna catch all the references.
They didn't even make.
You will miss.
They didn't even make a lot of fucking references I thought they were gonna make, but they probably did because I missed them. I don't know.
Yeah, they probably made a lot more than we missed because everyone was laughing because shit was just fucking hilarious. And they even made reference to movies that weren't in this VSQ universe.
There's movies that people were in. Yeah.
Also pretty fucking hilarious.
Cause this thing not see me.
It sees you.
It sees you. It just says squad over your face.
Yeah.
Squad. Should drop that S so it can be quad. Oh, it's on this camera.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this camera is not. This camera doesn't even work.
Where?
Yeah. That was a great movie. That was a great film.
Yeah. It reminded me of all those movies I did, back when motherfuckers was kids and shit. Though.
Yeah.
And like it kept re-uttering in the movie. Like it was like not a remake, but a reboot. You can't be mad at the fact that it was he kept a lot of the same shit the same because it almost gave you that nostalgia, you know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, it worked.
Of why you liked it
the movie knew what it was. They weren't trying to seriously be all like...
The Chinese Russian girl even made fun of it. She's all like, all your movies are the goddamn same, but you can't even call that art.
Yeah. That's the strange part. You can't, but it's still good though. Still
She was hilarious.
Kept a motherfucker say it, you know what I'm saying? You was there to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna refer to that girl as the Chinese Russian girl the whole time.
She was straight up Chinese Russian. What?
It's like you try to take chicken to China, the Chinese chicken to the fucking Chronic Con, which I want to go to a Chronic Con.
Yeah,
if it was a real thing, that'd be fun.
Probably will be at some point now. Fuck.
Right?
They accepted it.
Fucking Geekdom from YouTube fucking created Kamea-Con or Kamea Fest.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, it is. Like I think it's going on its gonna be going on its third year, man.
Yeah.
All these other YouTubers try to do festivals and conventions and shit, and they just end up taking everyone's money and running, dude. Like Kamea-Con's like one of the only ones that's like successful and fucking keeps going.
That's because Dragon Ball Z is out there like that.
Yeah, I don't know anybody who doesn't like Dragon Ball.
I know some people, but that's just because they don't like anime like that to begin with, and that's because they're fucking lame. But we're not gonna talk about that. They're not in touch with their inner nerd. You know what I'm saying?
I don't like anime like that too much. You gotta be a good ass fucking anime for me to like it, and that's how I judge it by animes that I like.
Yeah, but see, like everyone's opinion on what's good anime is subjective. Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
sure enough, but if it ain't like a Trigun or a Baki or some shit, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the type of shit I fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Like other than that, I mean, yeah, of course you got your classics like DBZs and all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Vinland Saga is where it's at right now.
Dude, there's a One Piece movie coming to theaters. That's what I'm excited about that.
I'm still on episode 145 or something.
Yeah, nobody watches One Piece. It's like it's got 1,000 episodes. Oh, it's only got 910.
It's almost 1,000 episodes,
but it's still
like,
going.
Close.
It's gonna end at like 1,500 episodes. Bet.
We're getting off topic.
I know.
All right.
So we explained all the good. What about the bad shit in the movie?
We didn't really explain.
We didn't explain all the good.
We pointed out all the good shit.
We just pointed out like the fact that it's nostalgic. We liked how the fact that it's a reboot, but it's not a reboot.
I liked everybody coming back.
Yeah. They're coming back like not in the same way, but older. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know a lot of fun facts that I can do that we for the ugly truth section. I guess.
Save that for the.
I'm gonna say that for the ugly truth. Right now,
I'm still good.
I'm still good.
That's dude.
I'm on. I guess I'm 1, 2, 3 drinks.
I'm double fisting here, man.
Finger cuffing.
Finger cuffing. I saw Jeremy getting choked up during the whole Ben Affleck scene, dude. He had a tear going down his eye.
No, that was my allergies right there. I couldn't breathe. Like I was like,
now it was his allergies. Before it was just his contacts. It looked like an embarrassment. It's not an embarrassing look. It's just my contacts.
Godzilla fan is in the live chat saying, "What's up, truckers? I'm back again. Wah ha ha ha. Thanks for coming on, Godzilla fan."
Oh, what's good, Godzilla fan? What's up, son?
See you, boy.
Most deaf,
girl. Whoever you are.
Godzilla, he's
motherfuckers need to see that.
Yeah,
the Godzilla movie. The latest one.
Yeah, that movie's awesome.
I ain't even seen it.
Oh man, that's how we became friends with Godzilla fan. Is he was listening to the Wienercast review of the Godzilla movie we had just got done seeing. He's all like, "Boom, yeah, Godzilla. What? That's my shit." Well, obviously, because he's Godzilla fan.
I mean, that's some shit. Like, see, I gotta start back smoking, man. It ain't even a gotta thing. It's just like I lost my creative ability. You know what I mean? I gotta do it, man.
Speaking of smoking, there was so much fucking weed in this movie.
Oh my god!
But you notice though, they never hit a blunt. They
had the Silent Bob one.
Yeah, they didn't smoke though.
Yeah, they did. They were smoking out of his penis. Remember?
That's the one thing. That's the one Silent Bob. That's the only thing they smoked. If you look at all the other three magical blunts, they never smoked.
They never smoked them.
They never smoked them all.
They gave one to the Uber driver. Yep. Or the what was it called?
Ride Me
Now.
Yeah, right.
They never smoked.
They gave one to the Ride Me Now. Threw one into the Burning Cross. We're getting off topic. We're in the middle of the movie. Start at the beginning. We do the good that we like. And then we do the bad.
I really like the logo for Ride Me Now too. It had like
that was really good.
it tried to look like someone driving, but he was fucking. Movies was back, and they had a lot of movies references, so that was cool. Movies originated in Dogma.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
it was.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't Dogma.
Dogma was a classic, man.
Dogma's my favorite.
That was my favorite part of the movie when fucking Matt Damon was like, "Yo,
you guys thought I died, right?"
I'm Loki.
You see how many times Comedy Central reran that bitch? Like, Dogma was like the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Was a good,
all the way from the drop to the. You know what I'm saying?
That's my favorite one, to be honest.
Like, they reran that movie so many times. I think they still probably air that movie to this day. I'm not even sure.
I wouldn't doubt it. I don't have kids.
Godzilla fan, we're talking about the Jay and Silent Bob reboot. We just got done seeing it in theaters. It's if anybody wants to see it another time, it's gonna air again in 2 days on Thursday, the 17th.
Yep. In select theaters.
Most definitely.
Yeah,
invite all your friends
everywhere
to the discussion of the motherfucking truth. You know what I'm saying? The motherfucking. Motherfucking. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. But like,
what's good? The good, the bad, the ugly, the motherfucking truth. You know? But I tell you what,
the whole movie was good. Everything about it.
I'm pointing out some bad shit in there though.
Film.
I'm family film.
But it wasn't a family film. But it was a family film.
Point out some bad
family
shit.
Picture.
I'm gonna point out some bad shit in there. It ain't really bad, but motherfuckers that have bad shit to say about it. And you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stick up for the LGBT, Z, ABZ, YG community. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't understand all the letters. I forgot all the letters. But all the letters though. You know what I'm saying? And it was a whole lot of humor based around that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But unlike the old shit, it ain't really dropping no F-bombs and all that shit though. You know what I'm saying? But it was still a lot of humor based around that shit.
Yeah.
But the humor was like bigging it up instead of like throwing it down though. It was doing it in the
it was
that with the diversity too.
Yeah,
with the diversity too.
It was
still bigging it up but joking about it.
It was in a sense it was kind of making fun of some of the pandering that's been going on where because you just see it everywhere in media. Like I'm a big Supergirl fan of the CW. I watch that show all the time, but it's over feminizing the shit. I get it because it's Supergirl, so it doesn't bother me. But you see it in other shit too. It's all over the place. This movie had it all the time, but they mentioned it and they made fun of it, and so it didn't bother me at all. People call that
no,
people call that the
some
SJW
people,
agenda.
Well, some people it may bother them. Some people it may bother them though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know, that's just the only
you can't please everybody. Like,
and you can't though.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing. That's always the truth right there. You can't. There's always gonna be someone that's super mad. They said this one line and that triggered me for this reason. That's kind of ridiculous and I sound stupid.
No, you're right. Yeah.
Jason Lee's character brought it up. He's like, in a reboot, they're gonna bring in youth and diversity, right. and then Jay was all like, "You're everything about justice except you just brought in youth and diversity."
No, everything that I like about
your mom,
justice, your mom, but change just a little bit with youth and diversity.
Yeah, where I'm still gonna pay. I'm still gonna pay the money.
Other thing I'm gonna point out is the time frame shit. You know what I'm saying? Like all the millennials are vegans and the diversity and everything, which shows the growth. You know what I'm saying within society and stuff.
Yeah.
At the same time, I mean, we feel old though. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like miss out some of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Now it used to be back in the day. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, my nigga pushing 30 now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's middle life. Never thought you made this far.
Dude, they made a good portion of saying like, dude, we've been watching these movies for 25 years. I have been, at least, because I've been a fan since the beginning.
Right.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I sort of came in around Dogma. And then the other shit I didn't even know about. The other shit I didn't even know. All right, I guess I'm the youngest one on the cast right now.
Yeah.
As far as cast members with us, but yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, though. I mean, yeah, it's still good shit though. You know,
Dogma, James Hong Bomb. Like, I went out of order, but still, like I said, we watch these movies for how long?
I'm one of the few people that actually enjoys the Clerks animated series.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I didn't even know that existed.
All right, not to cut off. We're going back to good though. Tommy Chong though.
Tommy Chong played Alfred.
Was my highlight. Tommy Chong.
Was Alfred, yeah.
Tommy Chong.
That demon was my highlight. Yeah, because he tied in all that shit.
Oh, with the Jason Bourne and the fucking.
God put me back on Earth. I didn't go to hell.
He said, I've been low-key since before it was cool. Like Tom Hiddleston's fake British accent.
Right. Throwing hella shade. You fucking yo, God sent me back to Earth, but he put me in the middle of the Mediterranean where these Italian sailors found me. And I couldn't remember myself at all.
I didn't remember who it was. He's so badass because he's actually a fucking angel of death, not a fucking government secret agent.
Exactly. That's the whole shit. I was born.
So yeah,
I've been reborn. Face ass. That was great.
Ugly motherfucking truth. Between Seth Rogen and this last Smith movie. I mean, what do you think about?
I didn't see Seth Rogen's last movie. The one he did with Charlize Theron.
Yeah,
I didn't see that one yet.
Charlize Theron, bad. That's a bad bitch.
I don't understand why that's here when we're talking about.
Well, because they're two of the biggest stoners in movie making.
Charlize Theron smoke?
No, I'm talking about Seth Rogen and Kevin Smith.
Oh yeah. No,
I was wondering how that's tied in.
But it was Kevin Smith before Seth Rogen though.
Well, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, he actually really didn't even start smoking weed until like 10 years ago.
But he still kicked that door in though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For like, it's like Seth Rogen is like one of his sons or something. You know what I'm saying? Like he paved the way for that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, possibly. And then we had good movies and shit like Friday and apparently How High is the greatest movie of all time.
It is. I don't know about that I don't even want to call it. That's a remake, not a reboot. Like he explaining the remake.
There's a remake of How High?
Yeah, because it ain't a reboot. It don't got fucking meth. It don't got red in it. And it ain't correlating off of what the fuck happened beforehand. So it's definitely a remake. It's a remake. You know
no way.
Yeah, it ain't no reboot.
I never even heard of it.
Nah, son. Yeah, it ain't no reboot. It got DC Young Fly. I fuck with DC Young Fly. Shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? But they got DC Young Fly and some other YouTube motherfuckers. Like it ain't like that.
So
you know what I'm saying?
So like Dear White People is technically the show. Like the first season of Dear White People is technically a requel of The movie.
I never seen the movie.
The movie,
but the show bomb as fuck.
The show when they're talking about the frat kids like doing blackface and all that shit. All that shit happened in the movie.
Yeah, I didn't know that. See, I didn't know. I seen the show. I seen the show on Netflix.
So this movie was self-proclaimed as a movie that makes fun of remakes, reboots, and sequels while being all three at the same time.
Yep.
And it kind of was. It fit the definition.
It fit its own definition. They did a good job of that.
No, it did. At first,
and it made fun of everything superbly. And it made fun of itself. And that's why it was good. It wasn't overly cheesy with the nostalgia or anything like that.
No.
The jokes actually landed. You know what I'm saying?
That was like a natural thing, though. That nostalgia. It was like natural.
It was. And the thing is, like Jason, like he looks a certain way right now, but he's still fucking. He
used to be strung out on heroin.
Yeah. So
Hey, they do. They is looking old though, man.
Yeah. They do a podcast. They tour around the world and do a podcast called Jay and Silent Bob Get Old.
Yeah. That's crazy. Shout out to the podcast, Jay Silent Bob Get Old, but it ain't like the ugly motherfucker true. But still, shout out to
I know that he was trying on heroin.
Oh, he was strung out on heroin for years and years and years. He was apparently during Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, dude, like he was nodding out and fucking like Kevin Smith had to fucking like be around him at all time. Like he made him move into his house so he couldn't fucking he couldn't let him leave. Like he basically put him under quarantine.
I didn't know that.
Like all sorts for like years.
That makes sense now. All right. So coming from that, him acting the way that he did in the movie, I was happy with the fucking performance, man. He was good.
They said in the movie in that 5 minute, 7 minute long,
7 minute long thing.
What are we talking about?
Jason Mewes' performance.
Right, yeah. That's like the only thing he did. It's like Jay and Silent Bob shit, right?
He's been in some other stuff. They said he's directing a movie, and he also did a movie. I think it came out already this year. It's got Stan Lee in it. It was supposed to be the last movie with Stan Lee's cameo, but then this movie came out.
Yeah.
For all my viewers that's out there smoking, I can't smoke with y'all, but I'm perpetrating for a second. You see this shit. It's good shit too.
Don't do it. Be smart.
Be smart. Don't be a retard. You want to take advice from somebody who slapped D Barnes?
Who slapped D Barnes? We ain't gonna get into that though. We ain't gonna get into that.
See, I didn't know that about Jason. So that's good. He's coming a long fucking way.
Yeah, most definitely. He's got a 4-year-old kid. Apparently, he's like one of the best dads ever. Probably because they're both fucking mentally like the same age.
That's fucked up.
But everybody go through some shit though, man. And it's
sometimes
a thing to see a motherfucker right. To walk that, man, and walk on codes, man, and come out on the other side. You know what I'm saying? Without getting burnt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's real shit though.
No, but the dude was always fucking like the whole Jay character is based off of Jason Mewes when he was like 14 years old.
Oh shit!
Because he used to run around and do that shit, like yell out snoogans and just like move and just like put his ass on everything and fucking like just do all that wild shit that you see Jay do.
And that's why we love him.
That's him.
That's why we love him.
Playing himself.
Because who didn't like he was crazy shit at 14?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
So it'd be like Kevin Smith and like Walt Flanagan and like Brian, like the comic book men do like because he grew up with those guys. And that's why he has them run a store. Except for the Asian dude Ming Chen, like that dude just some other guy that came along.
You talking about the Asian dude in Hangover?
No, the Asian dude at Comic Book Man.
Nah,
Ming Chen. I met Ming Chen at Comic Con a couple of years ago. But
Dr. Fucking.
I don't
know. So it'd be like Kevin Smith and like Walt Flanagan and shit, like hanging out at like the fucking Boys and Girls Club or whatever. And then this younger kid in the Jersey neighborhood, fucking Jay Mewes, would fucking come around and just be like he's like 3 or 4 years younger than I know, so he'd yell out. He'd be just like this little kid, like fucking like Towley, you know, like he was younger than he wasn't even that much younger. Like he was
Shout out to Towley.
Shout out to Towley. He was just a younger kid that just came around that people thought it was all right. I got one already.
Yeah.
I fucking puked up daiquiris at his fucking Then I rode my bike home on the bike path. That shit was wild.
So yeah, it'd be like this kid fucking running around, fucking just like whipping his dick out, playing helicopter and fucking whatever. Then fucking boom, fucking. We got to thank a 14-year-old fucking wild child for
Jay and Silent Bob
for everything. Also shout out to Harvey Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein?
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, because
are we really going there?
No, this is because after Clerks was made, Kevin Smith brought it to the film festival and it did well. And then people from Miramax brought Harvey Weinstein to the next showing of it, and he loved that movie so much. It made him laugh so fucking hard, dude. That fucking pushed Kevin Smith's career. Yeah. So shout out to Harvey Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein. That's crazy. You said Harvey Weinstein. That's almost like saying R. Kelly or Bill Cosby.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you want to throw that out there. You know what I'm saying? Like that Weinstein. You know,
he gave.
He the nigga that raped Terry Crews, buff ass.
Like, it's like I don't know if it's really.
That's who raped Terry Crews was Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, Harvey Weinstein. He touched all of his muscles.
He's rubbing everybody. He didn't.
He rubbed on everybody. Yeah, he did though.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know.
I feel like it wasn't him. It was somebody else.
No, it's been silent on that. Harvey Weinstein. But I guess shout out Harvey Weinstein. Don't get this canceled. We coming with the shits right now. Sorry. You know what I'm saying?
That was the ugly truth.
No, that's the ugly truth though. Argue if you ever come across this, that's what it was.
That was it.
It just means that's what he did to push
that's what. Hey, that's what we just saying. What we heard what everybody else say.
It's also like if you touch my penis, I'll push your career.
Yeah, I don't.
There was a lot of that too.
Yeah,
I don't know if he did anything to Kevin. Kevin did. Kevin, I've seen one.
He trapped Kevin in the fucking in the hotel room.
You talking about Stacy?
No, Kevin Smith. I've seen one interview, and that was just recently, where the interviewer was all like, "What about all the Harvey Weinstein stuff?" And he's like, "You know what? I didn't know about it. Nothing ever happened with me." So
yeah, I mean,
and now it's just something that happened, and like that's all I can like. That's like,
ain't no tell it, ain't really no tell it. You know what I'm saying? And prayers out to all those people going through it. You know what I'm saying? Who've been through it, whatever, and then prayers out to all the people. You know what I'm saying? Who may deal on both sides. People who deal with false allegations and people who've been victimized by it, and then you know what I'm saying? Go to hell with all the people who actually did the shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's just real.
Yeah.
That's just real. Ugly motherfucking truth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some other ugly motherfucking truths is Ben didn't even try calling Affleck or whatever for the phone. He's like, dude, we haven't spoken in 10 years or whatever, dude.
Ben didn't try calling Affleck?
I mean, Kevin didn't even try contacting Affleck at all for the fucking.
He's Batman now. You gotta answer this.
He's like, we haven't spoken in 10 years, dude. Like he's like on a whole next level Hollywood than me. Like what, you know?
Yeah, Ben Affleck blew up from Kevin.
Yeah.
Like he blew up.
Yeah.
And then from that point, he
because
like,
they blew up because they were all like they were buddies growing up. Yeah. Like because he put him in Mallrats. He was the bad guy in Mallrats. One of the bad guys in He was Brody's enemy.
Yeah,
because his girlfriend was fucking the dude from the Fashionable Mail, and that was Ben Affleck, Buttman.
I didn't know that.
Dude, the Mallrats opening credits is some of my favorite opening credits of all time, when everybody is just a comic book fucking character shit.
It's crazy how Hollywood got those relationships in the first place, though, man, and then how all them motherfuckers grew. You know what I'm saying? Over
their
time.
own ways.
Yeah, with their own ways. And you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a beautiful relationship just to see how it all blossomed at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
Real tough.
Like, it's cool as fuck. I hope that we can get to that point sometime. You know what I'm saying? With the ugly motherfucking truth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Make some movies.
That's everything. You know what I'm saying?
That's the
get
plan.
more viewing and all that. By the way, you know, we back
so I'm gonna go back to school.
We back scene with all this shit. You know, all of us are local stagehands. We're not gonna give you our local name. You know what I'm saying? But we are local stagehands, so we see a lot of this shit firsthand.
Yeah.
And we're just growing within ourselves in the first place. You know. But that's dope though.
This chair reclines too much, awesome. Man. I've never on this camera.
That's dope. Yeah. I think it was big head ass is all. Or no, is that Jeremy?
That's Jeremy.
Oh yeah, all in fucking.
I'm the most beautiful.
Jerome.
No, there was one thing that I found kind of cringy, and
you didn't finish the thought with Ben Affleck.
So one of the producers was just like out of nowhere. It's all like, "Hey, you tried calling Ben?" And and he's like, "No, dude, I haven't even." They're like, "Try calling Ben, dude. Fucking see if you." And then
fucking see.
Yeah, he's all like, "Oh hell yeah, I'll be in the movie. Fucking hell yeah, dude." Like,
why not? I don't have anything to do right now.
Yeah.
He's not doing Batman though, boy. Like, shit.
I mean, we just don't know because we don't know.
We're just putting that in. No, they drove that home.
They drove it
home in the movie.
Coming up.
You know.
Yeah, definitely.
He said, man, what the fuck did he say? It was in the fucking deleted scenes. This movie showed us deleted scenes in the credits.
They showed the deleted scenes of the deleted scenes, bro.
Deleted scenes, interviews, all type of shit. Shout out to all the locals that got interviewed too, though. I fuck with Jay. Shout out to Jay for that, cause that's cool.
Yeah, shout out to Jay.
We're locals ourselves, and we don't see a lot of that type of love, you know, and that's real shit. That actually encourages, you know.
Well, not I don't know if it was like technically local.
No, they were local guys. They were local
as opposed to just like
they're just people. They're just film people, man. But they're still fucking.
No, they were stagehands, though. No, they were locals. They were locals. I seen the credit. I seen the.
Well, yeah, I mean,
at the end, I'm saying they're still union guys, but they're just fucking. They're just filmmakers.
It might not be of that local or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? But
fair enough. So shout out to that. Yeah. Definitely. Big up to fucking Jay for that.
Shout out to the fake quick stop that they just built in some fucking in the middle of nowhere.
I mean, smoking cock.
Smoking cock smoker.
Oh yeah, cock smoker. I said it backwards.
Smoking cock.
You already know.
I thought dude was gonna pull another and have, and then when you're finished, say we had a lovely tea party. He didn't do the bit.
I mean, it's all good,
but they did the sweetest.
That's the beginning of the movie where they're just like getting arrested for illegal fucking grow up.
No, I'm talking about the guard at the Comic-Con.
Huh?
I'm talking about the guard at the Comic-Con.
Oh yeah.
He was the one in Jay and Silent Bomb that was like
that was chasing them throughout the fucking.
Was that him?
The film. Yeah, that was him.
Strike Back.
Yeah.
Was that him?
It was the same security dude.
I didn't know where he was from. Though.
He's also from Drew Carey show.
Yeah,
that's where I know him from the most.
That's throwback, Drew Carey. That's throwback. Yeah, that's throwback.
Yeah, man. The nostalgia is cool.
Yeah, that's throwback, man.
That's how you do a nostalgia piece.
No, real talk though.
There was one moment I thought was kind of cringy, but this is also just because I knew how it was filmed. So the scene with Supergirl, Melissa Benoist, who was playing Chronic, and then Val Kilmer, who was playing Blunt Man, and then Tommy Chong. Yeah. None of them were in the same room together. They all filmed their scenes separately. Yeah,
that's crazy. No, that's actually crazy.
That's why you never saw. That's why you never saw a wide shot. You only saw.
And as you said, I think about it.
I don't like it when that happens.
That's because
crazy. That usually means someone has an issue with someone else.
No, not all the time.
It's just time.
It's just time. It could have been some person came at this time and they could only get them at this time and get them at that time.
Yeah.
Which I can believe of
conflict.
Benoist.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to say it.
Kevin Smith says Benoist because he's friends with her because he directs episodes of Supergirl and shit.
I don't know that shit at all. So
he's directed 2 or 3 episodes of The Flash and like 5 episodes of Supergirl. Man, so that's how he got her in the fucking movie.
I don't really fuck with The Flash. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing against nobody who do fuck with The Flash. That's your forte, whatever. But I can't fuck with The Flash. You know what I mean? Like it ain't nothing.
He's too fast for me.
I guess I am that. I guess it probably is too fast for me. You know what I mean? But I like the old CW cartoon shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just don't really.
Or I should say Warner Brother cartoons and shit like because it was more animated everything before it was. CW.
Yeah, I don't get down with the whole sort of CW fucking live action shit because it's
nah. No, wrong. Some of it's decent.
However,
some of it's decent.
Their fucking animated films are fucking phenomenal.
Yeah,
right?
I mean that's what it kicked off on.
Phenomenal. Great.
That's what it kicked
off.
On.
That's unfortunately, I wish it's how it will be, but at the same time, I am older, so those shows are not necessarily geared towards my.
But you look so young.
I don't look that young.
You look so young.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I can understand that these shows are primarily for kids, teens, young adults, and all that shit too. You know what I'm saying? At least I would hope so.
Real.
You know what I'm saying?
Real. I mean,
so I can't hate on it too much.
Exactly right. The next generation may take on to it a different way.
A very different way. They see it a different way now.
But I don't know. I can't really fuck with it like that.
I fuck with the whole Arrowverse.
Yeah,
I think you fuck with it just because you were just a straight
you're in that cold.
You immersed
in it.
You don't give a fuck as long as it got that title, them characters.
Came out holding the
with it. You know what I'm saying? That's just all it is to you. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. Me, I gotta be. I'm sort of uppity with my shit. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they started this new Batwoman show.
It ain't capturing me.
And it's 2 episodes in, and I like the story, but I don't like the visuals. But that's a whole different thing. Yeah. Back to the film. Another fun fact: Kevin Smith's wife was like, "Why don't you put Matt Damon in your movies anymore?" He's all like, "Because Loki died at the end of Dogma." She's all like, "That doesn't matter. It's just a movie." And he's like, "Oh, you're right. It is just a movie. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Almost. That's
it. And he did. And then Matt Damon was like, "I'm Loki."
That's breaking those creative boundaries.
Dropped in the Mediterranean Sea. That was my highlight of the whole fucking film. That's because I love the Jason Bourne series and the way that he tied that into that shit. Like, obviously, universes don't
that was
align.
Funny, yeah.
That shit was hilarious.
That was funny how you referenced it.
Yeah.
I never realized
it makes a certain amount of sense if you forget about Touchstone and all that shit. But even then, you know?
I never realized how close a relationship all those guys had together, though.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't realize that. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Well, I knew from the first one.
Until the shit.
When Ben Affleck and Matt Damon wrote Good Will Hunting, they submitted it to a bunch of motherfuckers, and everyone turned it down. And then I think Miramax picked it up, and then they asked Kevin Smith and Scott Mosier to be executive producers for Good Will Hunting. So you'll see them during the fucking credits and shit.
Yeah, okay, well that makes sense.
That's dope.
But they were already friends before that.
Yeah.
So you know what that let me know? Out of motherfucking truth, that let me know Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, and all them motherfuckers smoke weed. Shout out to Force One. They gotta smoke weed. Yeah, they smoke weed.
Matt Damon for sure.
Yeah, they smoking weed.
He does the weirdest cameos.
That motherfucker did The Martian. Yeah. He smoked weed.
He did do The Martian, dude. He did do The Martian.
He did The Martian. He was doing Ad Astra, which is nuts.
He was growing those poop potatoes.
Yeah, he going bad guy.
He was eating poop potatoes on Mars, man. Like, yeah.
He survived. I want to say he's doing Ad Astra.
Childish Gambino rescued him.
Baggage claim.
That was a good movie.
That was a very good movie.
You know, it was a really great movie. Jay and Silent Bob Reboot, man. It was so fun.
It was a good movie.
Now, I did get choked up at the end when he was like, "Oh, man."
What are you talking about? He brought his daughter to the corner store, too? Hey, and that's the thing, too, the corner store, man.
Yeah, the corner store.
I come from the corner store. I love the corner store. My corner store is West State Food and Groceries. I fuck with the corner stores. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, I can relate to the corner store. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jay got his corner store. I got my corner store, even though I ain't sat on mine for 20 years. You know what I'm saying? But still, that's the corner store. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's your block. That's your corner store. Yeah. You get all your blunts from there.
Shout out to the fucking...
shout out to the corner store.
No, shout out to the joke at the end where he's out like, dude, for 25 years, we've been coming here every day and putting gum in the fucking locks.
Yeah. That shit was...
It was a shout out to the most iconic parts of Clerks where he had to fucking make a sign out of shoe polish to fucking over the windows because he couldn't open the fucking windows because someone put gum in the lock, so he had to put the sign up that says, "I assure you we're open." And then like the whole movie, people are like, "Why does it smell like shoe polish?" And he was like, "I gotta make that fucking sign." It's like, so they said after 25 years, we would come here every day putting gum in the locks.
Every night. Yeah, that was great. That was good.
Randall wasn't in the movie.
Oh no,
they referenced him in the beginning when the police took Dante on the fucking car and shit. Yeah. And he's like, if this is about Randall, I can explain like that. It wasn't me.
The one person they couldn't get, they killed him off. Wow. I bet you that's what happened. Yeah,
what?
Man.
Yeah, man.
What?
That shit crazy though. No, I gotta smell the weed again. Yeah, overall, it was a good movie. It was a good movie. I represent. As I say if we was to give it on the stars, you know what I'm saying? I give it out of a 5-star. I give it a 4. Y'all know.
Jesus fucking Christ!
I mean, I gotta go with the 4. You know what I'm saying? It's a good fucking movie. I didn't give it a 5, but I give it a 4. You know what I'm saying? So it was just as good.
I'll give it a 5 because it was not. I thought it was gonna be a lot cheesier.
A 4 is like a 5, if you know me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all
It wasn't barely cheesy at all. There wasn't anything that was super cringy or anything.
No,
but you pointed out the fact that the Cheech and Val and what's her name? Sorry, can't remember your name. Probably never gonna see it.
Melissa Benoist.
Melissa. We're in the same room.
No, Supergirl.
Supergirl. Yeah,
Supergirl. I call her Supergirl.
She bad.
Even that, like, it wasn't bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't done shoddily. You know what I'm saying? There were so many parts where you saw in the credits where the mics were just in the fucking screen. Some of it was on purpose.
Yeah.
Shit. That shit was hilarious.
Shoddily.
I liked how everybody was shitting on Kevin Smith during the movie, because like, who's directed this movie? Jason Biggs was all like, who the fuck has directed this piece of shit? Kevin fucking Smith.
I love that exchange between those two. Like, yo, it was like I couldn't
with Jason the mirror.
Jason Vanderbeek and fucking Jason Biggs. That shit was hilarious. Cicada.
They back and forth.
Cicada.
Like a fucking cicada. Come out every 17 years and just fucking.
Jason Biggs been on a lot of fucking classic 90 movies. Like, I ain't even call it 90 movies, just era movies.
Yeah,
that era movies.
He was big.
That era.
And then he said I was a Jersey girl that ruined my career.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, that's what he said. Have I seen Jersey Girl? I need to fucking watch this shit.
Jersey Girl's a good movie. It's got George Carlin. George Carlin is Ben Affleck's dad. And then they got this cute little girl who's this fucking an awesome actress. I don't know which she might have been in this movie. I have no idea. She'd be a lot older now because that movie's old as fuck, dude.
Yeah,
like, that shit came out when we were in high school.
What did Rosario Dawson say, Jay? Like, why was he a legend? Fucking thumbcock, whatever.
Oh shit!
She said some shit.
That was in the interview. Yeah. I missed some of the interview.
Not the interview. No. It was
some shit. Come quick.
Oh no! Come quick. Something. Come quick.
Yeah,
dude, like it. Like
thumb dick. Come quick. Some shit.
She's like, you are a legend. She's like, but not in any good way at all.
Not in a good way at all.
Nah. That don't mean you ain't a legend though. You know what I'm saying?
Still legendary.
Still legendary though. Yeah, oh, you heard.
That shit was hilarious.
At first, I thought she was gonna be the same character. I knew she was in the movie. I thought she was gonna be the same character that she was in Clerks 2. Yeah.
There's nothing under there, bro. You can't get it.
Excuse the audience.
There might be something. There
Aries
might be
tweaking. The dog tweaking. You know what I'm saying? It's all good though.
He's trying hard.
He trying.
They probably wedged a bone in there at one point.
It's probably underneath the whole thing, boy.
So the climax this, or should I say to conclude?
Are we concluding already?
To conclude this episode. To conclude this episode, let's give out the good, the bad, the ugly. Like I said, the good gave me nostalgia. Fucking, because I haven't seen a whole lot of Kevin Smith movies. The bad, it really ain't no bad, but I just like to, like I said, point out LGBTZ community. You know what I'm saying? That it may probably be offensive if they were to uproar about it or say something offensive about it. But whatever. At the same time, though, he drew diversity throughout all his comedy. You feel what I'm saying? Throughout all diversity. You know what I'm saying? So I fuck with it on that level. And the ugly motherfucking truth is dope.
It's dope.
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 Dope. Dope. Dope. You know what I'm saying?
Dope.
You know what I'm saying, Jern?
Yeah, good. It's just it was overall a fucking great film. I genuinely laughed at all of the humor. I thought some of those jokes were not gonna land very well, like, oh, this is fucking corny or whatever. Bad. And that did not happen at all. Bad. I don't know. There wasn't that really much bad. The ugly motherfucking truth is I'm gonna see that shit again.
Yeah, dope.
I'm not gonna see it again on the 17th because I'm not gonna pay $15 again. But
$15, little man, put that shit. That was a dope reference too.
Oh, put $200 in my
back with that shit.
You tried to kick our ass because we had like Morris Day.
By the way, side note, Morris Day is the shit. That's why I always reference to my man Jeremy. You know what I'm saying? Him and my man Jerome. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, what I'm saying?
Oh,
Morris Day
man.
is the shit. But anyway, though, Mo, go ahead.
The good. I've watched all the press and stuff for this film, and I've just been really excited for it. And then when I saw a couple scenes and some leaks or whatever that it wasn't even leaks, it was stuff that Kevin Smith actually posted himself of scenes or whatever from the movie, and I'm all like, oh man, it might not be as good as I want it to be, but then it turned out great. Yeah. So then I'm fucking, that's great. I was really excited at the turnout. This is the first time I fucking went to a movie. Motherfuckers were clapped and shit at the end.
That was shit.
They did.
I hear other people talk about that shit online.
That happened at the Rocky 5 movie.
That could just be genuine fandemonium.
Creed 2.
I could just be genuine fandemonium.
But like that shit,
it's still good.
Yo,
it's still good. Yeah.
I felt the clap. I was like, yeah, this is appropriate right here.
But half the motherfuckers ain't stayed for the rest of the shit.
Oh yeah.
So the bad would have had to have been the interviewing, the pacing of that shit, maybe at the end.
Right.
Oh, dude, Jay was a terrible interviewer because he would just fucking stagger on and on, saying the same words over and over for the one question.
Give a fuck, you know what I'm saying? That was good. You know what I'm saying? To see our
that's just because he's just that guy.
Yeah,
I like what he was doing though.
Yeah.
He's trying to introduce the audience. I appreciate it.
I really like what he was doing. Yeah.
He's trying to introduce the audience so it actually goes on behind scenes. What the fuck we do in reality.
Yeah.
Make this fantasy happen. You know what I'm saying? To make this ultra reality happen. You know what I'm saying? This entertainment happen because we are an entertainment business, so of course we know.
And they do tell you in advance that he's like, there's gonna be a lot more movie after the movie, so stay in.
Yeah, stay and whatnot. And some people just want to we stayed through all the shit. So continue on. With
the bad. I don't know, man. Just. Probably Jay as an interviewer, but he even says he's like, dude, I'm not good at this. Kevin does this usually. He gives you a disclaimer that he's not good. So everything that would be bad, you has something that makes up for it later on with the jokes or whatever, and so it all fucking the stuff that is all it's at first you're eye rolling oh this is, but it ends up paying off later on. And I'm like, oh okay, dude, that's a good joke. All right, I like it. So and then the ugly truth is I don't know. I guess it's worth $15 to go see it once.
Go see that shit.
Oh yeah.
Go support Kevin Smith.
Go see it Thursday.
He almost fucking died, bro. He had a heart attack.
Jeremy got a good point, which is good. He almost motherfucking died.
He had a heart attack and then went vegan, dude. Oh man,
bro.
If you know what vegan is.
No.
All right, everyone have a good night. Right.
Cheers. Have a good night.
All right, everybody have a good night. This is good. The bad, the motherfucker ugly truth.
All right.